Alright, the next thing I want to go over with you on this assignment is using drop caps uh, and pull quotes, right? These are the two other pieces that I'd like to go over with you. And so these are really pretty easy things to apply. If we select a paragraph here and go into Window and into Type and Tables and down to Paragraph, we get some different text options here. And you can see by the little icons here we have first line left indent. So this would be if we want to select like the entire story and apply an indent to the first line of each paragraph. You can see how that's shifting all of those over, right? And this is doing it for each paragraph that we have the text selected on. So the other thing that we can do with this is right here we have our drop cap option, and if I increase that, you can see now it's changing the number of lines that first letter takes up. This can provide a nice little interesting look to it, and you could also change, if you wanted to, you could change the font of that particular letter to be something else. That's up to you. Just some other ideas to play around with. But we probably don't want both an indent and a drop cap. So for that particular paragraph, let's go ahead and remove one of those. Now a pull quote we're actually going to treat fairly similarly to an image. What we'll do is, let's just grab a quote here. Okay, this quote seems good. He cobbled together an education at several colleges and junior colleges in the Northwest and managed to end up with a degree in painting. You can use whatever quote you want. This is the one I'm going to use, and I'm just going to do Command C to copy it, or you can go to Edit Copy when you have that selected. And then I'll switch to the text tool, and I'm just going to make a new text box right here and paste that quote, just that quote, into it. And I'll select all of that text. Oops. Okay, there we go. And you could change the font to something else, whatever you'd like to use. And we can change the font size as well. And also play around. We don't want this to be indented. You could also maybe center something like this. You know, when you have a little piece like this, it makes a lot of sense to center it. And we can just place that quote somewhere within our composition. Now there's a couple things that are going to be problematic here, and the first one being that this text is just sitting right on top of the other text. To take care of that, we're going to go back into our text wrap window, and we're just going to apply a text wrap the same exact way that we applied it to an image. Now on this one, if I do a text wrap around the frame, if the frame, let's see here, there. So you could put it in between two lines like that and have it go around the frame really tightly, or you could put it on a single column. And if it's a thin enough object that you have text on the side, but you don't actually want to have text on the side, you can choose this jump object option, and it'll clear the space on the left there. Right? So then maybe change that. That's not a particularly great font. Maybe you want something like that. And then we also need to make sure that we provide proper spacing for this. Right? I'm actually just going to change that back to auto so that it changes with our font size appropriately. Alright, and we can double click on the frame to fix that. And maybe increase the spacing there. And now we've got a nice little pull quote included in our composition as well. So this is showing you how to do both the drop cap and a pull quote. And I hope that you guys will take a look at this video and find some appropriate quotes to pull from this article to kind of make this a little bit more visually appealing pagination, right? Good luck.